Hello, I'm Dr. Krishan Chhabra and welcome to Anokhe Rang. Today's topic is I told you so. Well, these are the four little but dreadful words that no one wants to hear, yet we all have heard it sometime or the other. A friend who was constantly bombarded with I told you so once joked, I seem to have a helpful voice in my head that says I told you so when no one else is around to say that. The fact is that when we have made a mistake or gotten something wrong, we certainly do not want to be reminded of it. We are already feeling embarrassed, guilty, and angry at ourselves for things having gone wrong. And being reminded of it is like kicking a person who is already down. What is even worse is when people add, I hate to say it, but before saying I told you so. That's just like adding fuel to the fire. So why do people say I told you so? Sometimes it's a way of saying something that we are afraid to say directly. Or sometimes we use I told you so in one situation to express feelings that are actually rooted in another situation. We might also use an I told you so with people with whom we feel inferior. It is a way to add to our own sense of importance by trying to build ourselves up by tearing others down. I told you so is a negative and counterproductive way of saying I am right and you are wrong. The habit is dangerous and it's worth breaking. Why? First, because we all make mistakes, not just some people, but all of us. Mahatma Gandhi once said, freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. And any successful person knows that making mistakes and being wrong at times is a part of the journey to success. Mistakes and failures are learning tools and should be viewed as stepping stones rather than hurdles. Second, I told you so can be interpreted as a way for someone showing superiority of intelligence as if he or she is always right. Frankly, no one likes to hear from someone pretending to be Mr. Right or Miss Right, especially when one is already bitter and angry about things having been messed up. So, what is the solution? Well, the best solution is just do not say I told you so. When you say I told you so, have you ever heard a response like, oh sure, you did tell me. You're so smart and brilliant that even Einstein will have to agree with it. You know what? That's not going to happen. Breaking the habit of saying I told you so may be difficult, but not impossible. If you are unable to resist the temptation and you must say something, try to be helpful, not hurtful. Be a friend, not a bully. Be encouraging, not discouraging. Try to offer a positive spin on the situation that makes the other person feel better. Instead of saying, I told you so, say something like, I'm sorry, things did not work out this time. Look at it as a learning experience and ways to plan better next time. The more we try to take a friendly and helpful approach, better it will get. Remember, nobody likes the doses of negativity. Now, what do you do if you are on the receiving end? You may feel like kicking the person, but depending on the relationship, you may need to maintain your civility. There are different ways to respond to I told you so that can range from acknowledgement to outrage. Here are some examples. Acknowledge. Yes, you did. Ignore. So, as I was saying, be direct. Honestly, hearing that makes me feel hurt. Correct. Can I suggest something on how you might approach me next time so that I am more likely to heed your advice? Be blunt. Remember the famous phrase? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Snarky. Who do you think you are? My mother? Well, in my opinion, mother is certainly an exception because the mother knows you the best from the time you were born and raised you to be a young man or woman. And no matter how much you may have grown and become successful in your field, mother is still likely to treat you as a child with a motherly love. And that includes saying, I told you so. But her way of saying reflects affection and sincerity. I think most of us fondly remember and often cite that my mother told me this or my mother told me that, and we feel proud in saying, my mother told me so. And now I would like to share some quotes in honor of mothers. God could not be everywhere, and therefore he made mothers. Rudyard Kipling. Motherhood, all love begins and ends there. Robert Browning. I'm sure that if the mothers of various nations could meet, there would be no more wars. E.M. Forster. How cute. Sometimes the strength of motherhood is greater than natural laws. Barbara Kingsolver. It may be possible to gild pure gold, but who can make his mother more beautiful? Mahatma Gandhi. So true. Wishing you a very happy and special Mother's Day. Please join me again next month for another segment of Anokhe Rang. Namaskar.